Hey there, everybody. My name is Mike. I am not for Coltrane. Welcome to your Coltrane Tuesdays for this, the first day of June, June 1st in the year 2021. How are you holding up? I've got something in my eye. No, I literally do have something in my eye, but that's all right. We're gonna power on through because we got a show to do, and that's what's going to happen. It appears that the audio and video function are working. So here's hoping that you can actually see and hear me wherever you are. And wherever you are, I hope it is, a pleasant temperature and humidity and seating arrangement and all of those sorts of things. Because we are going to be here for the next little bit. We're going to play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. I'm going to do an original song. We're going to talk about some cool things happening in the community. You say, wait, what was that about the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game? I have no idea what that is. Well, let me explain. The way we play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game is that it is a collaboration between you and me. Wherever you are and I'm here in my stairwell and we do a thing together. You give me a song request and I have to respond to it in some manner. If the song is one that I know, I will go ahead and play it. If the song is one that I kind of sort of know, like I've seen other people play it or I've heard it a bunch of times, I will then attempt to figure out how to play it. If I do not know the song at all, I have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That's how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. So now is a perfect time for you to get in your requests. For anyone who is live watching this now, this is a great time to get in your request. And it's also a great time to hit that like button, since there's a like button over there somewhere. Hit the like button, also the subscribe button. You can hit the share button. You can say, hey, I know this other cool person. They're on their lunch break right now. I bet they would also enjoy this. They would have a great idea to put in for the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. Hey, maybe you're watching this on the replay. You're saying, hey, well, how can I be part of this live next time? Well, good news. I'm here every Tuesday at 12:30 in the afternoon at youtube.com/notforcoltrane, which you already know because you're here, but I do have a fancy graphic that I can put up and say, see, youtube.com/notforcoltrane. That's where you can find it. So check out all of those things. Join me here for the show on Tuesdays at 12:30. Get in your requests for the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. But now I believe it is time for me to go ahead and play a song. So one of my friends in musical webcasting is a man by the name of Tom Cooney. Tom and I have been trading songwriting challenges back and forth for a while. We're on a bit of a break from that at the moment because we have a bunch of other stuff we're doing. But periodically I'd say, hey, it's the Tom Cooney Songwriter Challenge. Tom would give me a songwriting prompt and I would have to respond to it. Sometimes there would be one every month. Sometimes there would be one a quarter. And sometimes they just would be like a random schedule. And I also then would sometimes give Tom back songwriting prompts and he would come up with his own songs on the webcast that he does on later on Tuesday afternoons, 3+ songs for Prometheus. So this was written in response to that, but it also it put together the prompt from Tom as well as an idea that I'd had kicking around for a little bit. Tom said, hey, do a song that involves movement, a song that involves like doing something. A character has to move around and do stuff. And I also had been thinking about doing a song from the perspective of a germ. Trying to think, okay, how would we do a song about a germ? That seems like an interesting idea. In the promos for this particular video, I included an image of this little guy here, which is of course a novelty ballpoint pen. But it's pretty fun. At first glance, it looks quite a bit like an actual syringe. Yeah, cool. So anyway, so germs, and everyone's thinking about vaccines and how to stop the spread of illnesses. This song doesn't have to be specifically about COVID-19. It of course applies to COVID-19, but it was written in a way so that it ends up being sort of topical about our current situation with COVID-19, but it applies to lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of different kinds of germs. and the germ mitigation strategies outlined in the song would apply to pretty much any kind of germ. This is also, I think, the first song I've ever written that has just 2 chords in it. So we'll see how it goes. The song is called Gerry the Germ, and it has this little riff in it that I'm nervous about playing, because if I spent more than 2 days trying to learn how to play it again, I probably wouldn't have this problem. But we'll see how this goes. The song is Gerry the Germ. See, I nailed it the first time, like, I'm going to do it again, and no. All right, so false start, we're going to do it again. Gerry was a germ, you know, he liked to run around, liked to get in people's faces, and he liked to knock them down, likes to get into their lungs, likes to get into their heart, likes to get himself inside, and then the party's gonna start. He's a dancing on the surface, he's a floating on the air. You can find him in the bathroom, on a railing, on a chair. Now he's chilling on a doorknob, thinks he's gonna get a pass. But here comes the lady with the Lysol, and she's gonna kick his Gerry thought he'd try again, come on gliding through the air. He can catch a water drop, but it took it from here to there. He's a flying on a cough, he's a surfing on a sneeze. When people laugh or sing or talk, he'll bring them to their knees. The last thing he would want to see what takes him to task. It's that dude right over there, that one wearing a mask. Gerry tries to slip on by, tries to make the landing stick, but he just slams into that mask like a ton of bricks. Gerry finds a way to get inside, I guess he has some help. He's gonna take over a cell and make a lot more of himself. Feel that Gerry's all over. Or as the eye can see, he'll fill up this whole body with all his progeny. But when he tries to slip inside, something sounds an alarm. A system springing into action here to minimize the harm. Just get along, Gerry. Think it's time to say good night. Here comes a pack of antibodies and a big ol' leukocyte. That is a white blood cell to you and me. Nasty little bugger to anything that they think does not belong inside of you. Not a lot of love lost for this little hapless germ. Yeah, I bet you'd like to know just how to make him squirm, how to beat him to a pulp, how to squish him into goo, how to smoosh him and destroy him. Well, it isn't hard to do. Get yourself some soapy molecules and rip him apart. Get a shot in your arm, yeah, stab his germy heart. Get yourself that vaccine, gonna foil his plans. Just make sure you keep your wits and keep a washing your hands. That's right. Keep a washing your hands. Keep a washing your hands. Get along, Gerry. Get along down the road. Hit the road, Gerry. Don't you come back no more, 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 no more. Get along down the road. Gerry the Germ. Apart from the false start, not a terrible rendition of that. So there you go. Thanks again to Tom Cooney for helping to provide the impetus for writing that song, as well as, our current situation. Like I say, it was written with the idea that it could have some legs even when the current pandemic situation is no longer quite the big deal that it is at the moment. If you had seen that song before, you may have noticed that the last verse tweaked slightly to add the bit about the vaccine. So please go get the shot in your arm. Go do the important things with that. If you are eligible, please go ahead and take care of that. Please encourage your friends, relations, anyone to go ahead and do that. Because hey, live music, live theater, live being in the same place with other people is a thing that is really important and good for us human beings. So we want to be able to do more of that. And there you go. So let's see. We've got a few people who are online with us, which means we can be doing the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game very, 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 very soon. If you missed the top of the show, let me refresh your memory how the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game works. You who are online with us right now can put in a song request, and I will have to respond to it. It's a connection that we forge through all of the ether and the bits and whatever that connect us. You give me a song request and I have to respond to it. If the song is one that I know, I will then go ahead and play it. It will be unrehearsed. It might not be exactly what you have in mind, but it will nonetheless be the song. If the song that you request is one that I kind of sort of know, like I've listened to it a bunch of times, or I used to listen to it a bunch of times, or I used to know how to play it 25 years ago, or I've seen a bunch of other people play it, I will then attempt to figure out how to play it here in front of you. If I do not know the song at all, or at least if I don't recognize it as requested, I have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That is how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. Please get in your requests right now. This is the ideal time to do that, because I will also now be talking about a few other things that have been happening, so to give you a minute to look at that. If you have been watching this program for any length of time, you've probably heard me talking about the Come Together project. Come Together 2021. This was, of course, what we did this year. We had 30 performers and presenters as part of a webcast that we did back on April 30th. It's kind of hard to see that with the light, but you get the basic. You can see it says Come Together 2021. And all these wonderful people, all these great performers who were part of it. We did a webcast back at the end of April. This is a project that benefits an initiative called No Place for Hate. No Place for Hate being an initiative of the Anti-Defamation League. It's in something like 1,600 schools all across the country. And it's about encouraging programs that show how the kids can connect to each other. It gives kids an opportunity to stand up against bullying, against prejudice, against hatred, all those sorts of things, finding ways for the kids to relate to each other. And what we do with the Come Together project is we take that message and we bring it out into the community. We make more people aware of the No Place for Hate program, as well as raising money for it. And so just this past Friday, we did a special rewatch of the April 30th webcast. We went back through all of the musical performances from the original webcast, and we had some new special guest appearances. We gave away some more stuff in some drawings, which was really, really cool. And so I'm going to actually talk about two of the sponsors of Come Together 2021 were Godfrey Daniels, the wonderful concert venue here in Bethlehem, PA, as well as Touchstone Theater, and an independent theater company also here in Bethlehem, PA, just down the street from Godfrey Daniels. They have cool stuff coming up, which I'm going to tell you about. I also want to mention, though, that the campaign to support Come Together 2021 is still open. If you go to, let's see if I can make it so, yeah, there you go, GoFundMe.com/ComeTogether2021. GoFundMe.com/ComeTogether2021. You can still make a contribution. I suspect if you are watching this, chances are good that you're already aware of the Come Together project, which is very cool. If you already know about it, you probably have already contributed. Thank you. you may know somebody else who'd be like, oh yeah, I know this other person. They would think this is cool. They would like to contribute to that. Please spread the word. Let other folks know about the Come Together project. I'm already thinking about what we're going to do for Come Together 2022. So stay tuned and see what happens with that. In the meantime, I do want to talk about some things coming up in the very near future that both Godfrey Daniels and Touchstone Theater are doing. First, I'll mention Touchstone Theater. Touchstone recently started a program with a Master of Fine Arts where they're teaming up with Moravian College here in Bethlehem. There is a wonderful crop of first-year MFA students who are doing really interesting things. They're going to showcase the interesting things that they've been doing at a mini festival this weekend, Fresh Voices. Fresh Voices is the program that Touchstone has been doing for a long time, where they have interns, or they have apprentices. Apprentices is what they're called, not interns. Apprentices, now MFA students, put together original works of theater, often really interesting and kind of experimental things. So check out all of the Fresh Voices performances. It is 2 days. You can go either Friday or Saturday of this week. There's a $10 suggested donation. There are six different productions. You should check out as many of them as you possibly can, or just make a whole evening of it. You can either go Friday or Saturday. There are lots of options to choose from. Go to touchstone.org and go check all of those things out. In addition, Godfrey Daniels is not, well, I should also say this too, one of the cool things about what's happening at Touchstone is it is live and in person, which is pretty cool. There are some productions that are happening outside, and there are some productions that are happening indoors with like socially distanced seating and everybody being masked with reduced capacity for those performances. So there's all sorts of things that are interesting going on with that. If you are concerned and you want to make sure that you do things where you're keeping everybody as safe as possible, or if you have kids in your house who aren't vaccinated, just go to the outdoor performances. That's a really cool way to do that. But still, it's live theater and it's actually happening. So all of that is wonderful. Godfrey Daniels is not doing anything in person just yet. The hope is to be back in person for actual music shows in person in the fall. But in the meantime, there's a whole slate of live streamed concerts that Godfrey has been doing. I've been helping produce some of them. Jason Reef from Freestone Productions has been doing some of the production. Lots of wonderful performers, and you don't even have to put on hard pants. You can sit in your pajamas, in your sweatpants, on your couch, watch from your phone or your computer or whatever your device is. Coming up in the near future, Cliff Eberhardt is having a special CD release event this Sunday. So go to Touchstone stuff on Friday or Saturday, and on Sunday, stay home and check out things from Godfrey Daniels. Cliff Eberhardt is appearing with special guest Louise Mosry. That's this Sunday. In addition, coming up on June 10th, not far in the future, Antje Duvkat is also doing a show. So check out all of those things, godfreydaniels.org. You can also search for Godfrey Daniels on YouTube and find the Godfrey Daniels YouTube channel, or like them on Facebook. Many of the streams are also streamed to Facebook as well as YouTube. All right, now let's see here. Speaking of Come Together, how about Something, the next track after Come Together? Rex, my friend Rex, is online with us, is requesting a Beatles song that I don't know. Let's see, if Something. I'm assuming that this is how poorly informed I am. I don't actually own any Beatles albums. I am familiar with quite a few Beatles songs, and I have tremendous respect for what they did as songwriters, as just innovators in terms of engineering and what you can do in the studio. Something. So Rex is going to, is probably, if he's still watching, is going to respond and say if I am in fact thinking about the correct song. The main thing that I know about Something is that it was actually inspired by James Taylor. My recollection is that I think it was George Harrison. The James Taylor, something in the way she moves. Da, 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 da. Um, if I'm well, you can tell she's been with me now. You know the James Taylor song I'm thinking of. The first line is something in the way she moves, and that George Harrison's like, wow, that's a great line. I should do something with that. And so he wrote a whole song based around this idea of something in the way she moves, which I don't actually know how to play. So I'm gonna have to come up with something. No, no pun intended. There's that riff, the bum ba da da bum bum bum. Bum, bum. Man, I'm not getting anything. I think I'm just gonna have to sing that riff because I don't think I'm gonna be able to play it. But I can't even figure out how to. I am flummoxed. Let's see, what would the chords be? If I'm gonna do this in E minor. Almost. Rex says, "Oh, the poem would be intentional. If I don't know the song, something, I could just play something." Yes, well. We're in E minor. No, we're not doing that. Right. So this is going to have only a very tangential relation to the actual Beatles song. just accidentally figured out how to play "I Saw a Stranger with Your Hair" by John Gorka, which you know I might just sort of fit that in there because it's really nice. All right, no, that's not the song I'm playing. I've got to do something. I don't know how to play that riff. I just can't figure out how to fit it in the key. I think they're doing something funky with the key. All right, so presumably the song is about love or infatuation, or possibly maybe something spiritual. If I am correct that it's a George Harrison song, that certainly is conceivable. I think this has been enough messing around. I just need to take the plunge, and we'll see where it goes. Something in the way she moves reminds me of no other lover. Something in the way she moves something in the way she holds her head reminds me of no other feeling. Something in the way she breathes. Don't wanna lose you now. Don't wanna lose you now. Something in the way she walks reminds me of no other person. Something in the way she glides something in the way she dances reminds me of no other dancer. Something in the way she moves. Don't wanna lose you now. Don't wanna lose Something in the way she holds me reminds me of no other lover. Something in the way she touches don't wanna lose you now. Don't wanna lose you now. With apologies to everyone who ever had anything to do with the Beatles, but I don't think it's going to get any better than that. I am curious to go actually look up how to play that song, or maybe even just to listen to it a little bit more so I have a little more sense of how it's actually structured rather than just a vague memory of like 2 pieces of it. But thanks very much to Rex for that suggestion. I am always grateful. It is more fun when there is someone who is live with us who is giving a suggestion, and I do have to respond to that. So that will about do it for today's show. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. As I mentioned, please let folks that you know about Come Together 2021. The donations are still open. GoFundMe.com/ComeTogether2021. In addition, the GoFundMe page does have links to the original webcast from April 30th, as well as the rewatch that we did just this past Friday, including special appearances from Lisa Jordan from Touchstone Theater and Ramona Labar from Godfrey Daniels. Go check out Fresh Voices this weekend at Touchstone Theater, Friday and Saturday. Go to touchstone.org to reserve your spot. Make your contribution for that ticket, as well as watch the live streams coming up from Godfrey Daniels, Positively Godfrey Daniels, including the stream this Sunday with Cliff Eberhardt and Louise Mosery. And I will be back right here at this very YouTube location, virtual location, 1 week from today on the next Tuesday at 12:30 in the afternoon. We'll do more Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. We might have a Stump the Band game do-over where I take another crack at a song that was requested at some other show in the past. So we'll see how that happens. But until then, my name is Mike. I am Not for Coltrane. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I will see you next time.